Hi, and welcome to episode 10 of GeneticRim Season 2. I'm Icon, and we're going to have today our first monsters. I've already taken some measures and ideas how I want to do it, and long story short, we're going to have the creature or the genome freezer in here, and I'm going to build a new array of coolers, and that's how we're going to do it. Apart from that, I'm not sure what'll transpire today. I'm going to say that. Alright, but what I do know is I'll need more of those grading floors. There, bang. Just want to insert as many of those as I can. At the same time, we're really low on food, so let's change something about that as well. Going to hunt some of those dinosaurs, I think. And let's do this. Ka-ching. And there we go. So, don't attack a Galatros unless you know what you're up against. Galatros are so brutal. One Brontosaurus should be enough for the colony. 1.6k should be fine. Alright. Alright. It's only having 4.5 cells per second movement. Why is Bong so slow? Oh, never mind. She's on food poisoning, and there's no use to have somebody with major food poisoning on the hunt. So we're rather just pelting that baby down, and we're going to win this quite easily, I think. There we go. The Brontosaurus is not that hard to hunt, actually. Just gotta be careful when those beasties go into revenge. I mean, now he's going to bleed to death, sure, but there we go. So it's the same situation as usual, but I'm going to send one to the kiting job and one to the shooting job, because that's just the safest way to do things, in my opinion at least. So alright, that was quite foolish, I'd say. Okay. Really thought that Enrique had enough time to take a shot and then kite further, but little did I know. Johnny's shooting is really bad. Luckily it's a dinosaur. And against dinosaurs, you don't really need to be a good shot. Wow, is that thing going down sometime soon? Wow, so many gunshots by now. But then again, it's a friggin' Brontosaurus, what do I expect? Alright, switched over to Johnny, so quite happy that it switched over to Johnny, because Enrique is the better shot of them both, if I remember correctly. Yeah, way better. Alright, another target swap. Wow. I wasn't expecting this thing to be that tanky, but well. Like I said, it's a friggin' Brontosaurus, so. Wow. Come on. Go unconscious already. My people are starting to go unconscious soon. There we go. So, there's a handful of wounds on that baby here, but we got food! The best part is now when Johnny is going to haul that Brontosaurus. That's the most ridiculous part, when they start hauling these things. I mean, before we even talk about this, let's make sure we're going to check out the weight of this thing. Ah, come on, Johnny. So Johnny just carried a 720 kilo heavy Brontosaurus back home. Not only is it insane to believe that one person could carry 720 kilo, but also is this way too little weight for a friggin' Brontosaurus. So we got a tiny handful of sauropod leather and a little bit of meat. I love it. I mean, that's we're going to have food for a few days out of that, but it's also pretty comical to see the amount of food getting dropped by just one dinosaur. All right, there we go. So the dinner's ready. Rice with dinosaur meat. That's a wholesome meal here. Let's go for fine meals too. I think we can afford this. Some fine meals. Do until we have 8 of them. There we go. Because, I don't know, fine meals are making people very happy, and it's pretty good to have that available whenever you can. Wow, it's so dirty in here. It's mostly because the animals are allowed to roam through here. Sentry guns! Not sure if I really want to stay with this like that. What we're going to see. Alright, clay working done. Long blades done, sentry guns done, prosthetics done, microelectronics done. I have a lot of technologies already done here. So let's go for the increased genetic or the improved genetic engineering technologies. That's something I do like. Alright. Oh, better. I mean, I do have my animals already assigned to the pastures, yet still I feel like those ground runners are really polluting the area quite hard. Well, that's just ground runners, you know. Okay, who's my mining person? Nobody. Dang. Well, that's my mining person. So let's see. Johnny's researching. I can't approve that. Bong is constructing and training. So, well, let's do this a little bit differently. I want Jackalope at the handling jobs prioritized, and I want Bong prioritized at the construction, because I need somebody whose main job is constructing things. And Jackalope is so good at handling animals. Well, rank 10 is not insanely good, but she's going to get there. She's passionate about it, and therefore she's going to be good. Let's pick up the raccoon. Why not? I mean, it's a shame to let good meat go to waste. All right. So overall, I think we're going to take a little bit like forever, but I'll take my time to make this place a good place. You know. It's better than just dying for no reason because I was too hasty. Alright. So, yeah. Well, at least the room is large. But that's the best I can say about it. Dinosaur hide duster. Yum. Do like. So the thing here is the cleanliness is influencing the research negatively. So that's one thing I dislike about this. And another thing, Bong should definitely sleep in the bed, which is being in the psychic emanator range. Since she's sleeping in the worst room of them all, I really want her to have the most comfy room of them all. So let's reinstall the batteries. I will need some place where, yeah, how about that? There we go. Okay. Oh, it's a pain. While there's a flooring below them, they're really hard to get selected here. Alright. So let's make a little battery house in here. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to order Bong to work right here. Want to make sure that these things get done as quickly as possible. There we go. So I will need somebody else on the cooking front. Oh, there's nobody. There's nobody on the cooking front. So I'm going to make a few more meals in advance, since I've put Jackalope now onto some really long-term jobs. Okay. Ah, perfect. Enrique's already on the hall. Very good. Nice. These batteries can even get carried away charged. Cool. Alright, so that's going to be the genetic laboratory in a few days, I think. So let's smoothen out these surfaces. Because I can, because I want. Smoothed surfaces are a lot of work. It would be less work to just replace them with proper walls, but at the same time I want to have my power conduits run through these walls, and that's why it's important that Bong does this right away. I don't want to mine it away. Just no specific reason behind that. I just want to get that done as soon as possible, that's all. There we go. Because there's always a certain problem with getting your power conduits through walls inside a mountain. That's a classic problem, generally said. Okay, so I feel like I want to travel a little bit again. I want to caravaneer. I want to sell things. It's like Imp's Town isn't that far away. So let's see what I can or can't sell. Let's go. I mean, Mount Forbidden. Well, okay. Not too cool, that is for sure, because I don't have any mounting options. Alright. I'm not gonna do it like that then. So the Gigantoraptors are not too interesting. The Chameleon Yak, though. Simple. Simple trainability. Not a big fan of simple trainability in general, honestly. Alright. But I do like the idea of Jackalope being finally a full-time genetic or a full-time animal handler again. That's more like it. So, genetic materials. That's what we need. I'm going to put the other things inside here too. What's that? Bee research. No, bee research has no place in here. And that's the important stuff, and here's the preferred stuff. Alright, perfect. Okay, so the genetic materials will be stored inside here, and going to build my first machines. I mean, how's my power? 4,000. 4,000, well, there's one of those. Is there any other source for geothermal energy available here? If I remember correctly, this was the map where I was muttering a lot about this. Yeah. Exactly. So, under these circumstances, my favorite way to deal with this is just to amp up the amount of batteries and increase the amount of solar generators. And then make sure by this to just have a high payload of stored electricity. It's one of the best ways to deal with that. Alright, so genetics. We're going to need not so many things. We're going to need a gene pod, exactly. So I'm going to install the regular gene pod over here. There we go, Bong. Build me one, please. And then I'm going to need a pulping table and a... yeah. I don't know. I don't think I need anything else apart from that. That's the thing. And let's do this at 2. So the basics are done from there on. Alright, so yeah, pulp. That's something I want to store in here too. Organic pulp. And apart from that, of course, a stockpile zone for incubators. Also very important. So all incubators are going to be stored here. I hope the empty ones too. You don't want your people accidentally bioengineering incubator. That's something else. You don't want your people accidentally put your precious genes into the or your precious incubators into the freezer. That's basically killing them. All right, so let's fetch up Johnny and shoot down that tortoise, or knife it down. I take that too. I feel like Johnny is happier with melee. So oh my god, it's always the same. Like I really gotta install the hunt with melee weapons mod one day, because it's just a pain to say the least. Alright, let's extract some genes. Alright, so I got some reptilian genome. Let's see what to do with that. I mean, I could combine Eldritch with Reptilian right away. I want to do that. Eldritch stuff is always a little bit messed up, though, to say the least. I mean, it's already looking like a little bit messed up. And I also want the archaeogenetic gene pod, but noticing I want some more room inside my laboratory. There we go. And that's that. Bang. Alright. So with the Eldritch gene manipulator, we're going, or recombinator, we're going to do our first monster. And it's going to be a real monster, because it's going to be a combination of reptile and Eldritch. And that's certainly not going to be too neat. Unless reptile and Eldritch is not combined, not able to be combined. There we go. Eldritch Reptilian. Bang. I need organic pulp from wood. We do this until we have like, oh, well, let's do this until we have 10. And I need empty incubators. Do this until I have 3. There we go. Okay, so is that something I could assign to CrafterBot? Yay! Good old CrafterBot! We all love CrafterBot. Okay. Yo, CrafterBot, can I assign you by like that manually? No. So I know why I'm not getting any pulp, and that's because I don't have any wood. So let's chop some wood. All right. Let's see who's going to take care about that. There we go. And immediately my little friend here is going forward to make the job a done deal. All right, nice. Going to leave these tedious, nasty little jobs to my CrafterBot. It's so awesome. I mean, I really like that. CrafterBot is a friend of mine. All right, Eldritch Reptilian Incubator. Oh my god, what am I doing? So Jackalope, I want you to be the culprit about this. And let's see what the heck I'll breed out of that. So if you're new to this and you haven't watched my series so far, out of this thingy here will hatch a new combined monster once the timer is through here. And these genetic materials, they spoil if you don't use them in time. Alright, so for now I just want to research archaeogenetics and megafauna and all these things to make sure I have a variety of options open here. It's my main interest right now. Alright. Heatwave. Oh, dang. Wolves, Psychic Suppression. Alright. We're going to get a Psychic Suppressor for 5.5 days. I could get a Prestige Recon Helmet for that, or 9 units of Giddy-up meds and Goodwill. Oh man. That's a pretty neat item. I mean, if you look at that, this is the armor ratings of that are just insane. Downside about that, like half of my colony will only be half as effective anymore after that, because the psychic suppressors make it so that you're only able to gain like 50% of your consciousness, period, and not more and not less than that. So those animals are eating my eggplants. I'm actually sure about that. I don't want to. Don't touch that. Generally, it's always a good idea to forbid your animals the spaces and plots where you plant things, because eating live plants is always less efficient than just waiting for a fully prepared product. So I'm going to put up some granite walls over here. Wait a sec, that can't carry. Dang. Muddy terrain, whatever. Then let's do it here. And build a copy of the door. And chop more wood. Obviously, I don't have enough again. So, but I'm eager to chop more. Chop some more. Alright, so very curious about my first genetic monstrosity hatching tomorrow alongside the day. So how are the rooms here? So Bong, are you suffering from heat strokes? No. Fraser is on -degrees. Okay. So during nighttime, it's always less warm than during daytime, and this heat wave is only 12 hours old, so pretty sure there's going to be more where that came from, sadly. Alright, so we need a Archaeo gene pod. There we go. Going to install that baddie over here. There we can extract now dinosaur genes. And yeah, as you might have noticed, the map is a little bit empty now. Why? Does it have anything to do with that foggy rain with a 50 degree? I can't imagine that this might be any problem for those animals. Alright, so let's I'm pretty sure that I'm going to regret what I did here. One thing's quite important about this mod: whatever you combine, most of the time there's at least 2 different combinations. Like, I combine now something eldritch with something in reptilian. There's either the eldritch side dominant or the reptilian side dominant, and that's something which happens practically with every genetic combination in this mod. So every combination is at least 2 creatures most of the time. With those add-on creatures, I'm not that sure, but I'm absolutely sure with all these things we can do here out of the regular gene pod. Okay, what do we have here? Snake of Yig. This multi-headed snake has been blessed by Yig, the father of serpents, or maybe it is just a very unfortunate snake which has been the target of your colonists' mad science. 6 venomous fangs, biting at the same time with a powerful venom. It also lays some weird eggs. Wow. So the stats here are not really saying anything specific, because we gotta be waiting until that thing is growing. So right now it has no trainability at all, but let's wait if that's going to change once it grows bigger. Okay, that's less messed up than I expected. It is a little bit messed up, but only a little bit, and that's I expected worse. So my animals are suffering from heat strokes. Dang. So let's do one thing though. I'm going to do something about that. Since my animals are very, very important to me, we're going to have one room where I'll have passive coolers installed. I don't want to use something else than passive coolers. Well, I could use regular coolers, and maybe I'm going to do that once I have too much energy, but right now I don't have. So rather build some passive coolers which need to be refueled with wood once in a while. But this will also make sure that my sweet little animals here are going to have a nice shelter from the heat. Okay. Oh yeah. So there's another nasty problem again. We're out of food, kinda. Alright, Bong is ravenously hungry. I hope she doesn't go crazy because of that. But, well. Okay. No. You build that roof now. There we go. And you build that passive cooler too. And now I'm just going to have lots of animal sleeping spots inside here. And I will toggle off the refueling of this room once the heat wave is over. So long story short, this room is only a safety room for my animals to make sure that they're not going to be dead at the end of this situation here. So let's reassign some of that. Just want to make sure they're going to be a little bit smarter on that. So I really do have a teeny tiny handful of boom rats by now. But I don't mind. First of all, the boom rats are good to be sold away at some point. They're really valuable. And at the same time, the amount of nitroglycerin we're harvesting from these babies is insane. So I think it's definitely worth the pain. It's at least my opinion. Alright, a heat wave is lasting for 1.6 days now. So it's not going to take forever anymore. So I'm not able to tame too many animals, which were on my list here. But that's completely okay. All right, so we have our first monster, and it's really a monster. I'm quite happy with that. You know, it's fun when you do monsters. And let's make sure I'll get some more components. I mean, this place is littered with components. I'm really happy about that, to be fair, and everything. Okay, so going to bring Johnny now. I want to have that that turkey, you know. At the same time, I'm really happy to train Johnny's shooting a little bit with all these things, because he might be not too passionate about shooting in general, but I don't mind. I mean, it's training. So we're going to extract some bird genes. Bang. I always directly use the corpses of the animals I want to have on the genetic extraction bench. Come on, let's combine some eldritch chicken. No, I know that these are. I don't want to combine too many eldritchs, okay? They're not as exciting as I want them to be. If anything eldritch, I want to have another snake of Yig. Alright, so we got our next Catholian. Oh boy, that's going to be tough. Alright. So, strange sinkholes are spawning Chthonians, and Chthonians are really nasty buggers. And luckily, I have a lot of animals and everything in my ranks, so we're not going to be completely lost here. So once I start shooting the hole, the Catholian will spawn. That's why I want to wait until my ground runners are here. My ground runners are going to be the victims of this situation here. So we gotta destroy that sinkhole. At some point when I did enough damage to that thing, there's going to be a Catholian out of that. Or there's going to spawn a Catholian out of that. Fill hole. Alright. So for some reason I'm not dealing any damage to that thing? Why? Usually that works like this. Did they change something about that? So I'm confused. It took damage to begin with, but afterwards it didn't. So, can I melee attack it? Yeah, that's possible, so let's melee attack it at least. What is happening here? It's usually not what's So, I wonder if this thing is somehow bugged, because people are not getting their stuff done in that vicinity, so there might be something broken about that. So I'm going to, yeah, it's also not cool. So I mean, Bong is not a psychopath, isn't she? No. So she should be reacting to that, and well, and there's also nothing happening when I do that. Oh man, this looks buggy to me. So I'm going to examine this a little bit, but worst case scenario is I'm going to be removing it via dev mode. If it's bugged, I can't change it. That would be a bit of a pity, and I never encountered that. But whatever, I'm going to cut this episode here because we're already 32 minutes in, and I actually expected that we would have a nasty and big fight with that thing, but we don't. We don't at all. And somehow it does not work as it should. Anyways, my friends, thanks so much for watching, and maybe you have an idea what's happening here. I certainly don't. And leave me a comment down below. Leave me a thumbs up on that series if you want to make it more visible, and leave a subscription on the channel if you want to stay informed. Turn on the notifications too, or jump into my Discord server. The link's found in the description below. There you find my release schedule for new videos, and therefore you can stay informed quite well too. Whatever you do or don't, I wish you have a great time, and hopefully we're going to see each other for more Rimworld. See you then. Bye bye.